This is Unfiltered Pride. Real stories, real pride, no filters. Let's talk. Today's topic is things I'll never apologize for again. So here's what I stopped saying sorry for and why. Firstly, for being myself. My family always pushed me to be someone who I didn't want to be, and I feel like that is something that I'm not going to apologize for. I am my true self, and I'm very, very, very happy. Um, as well as another thing is being blunt. I feel like me being blunt is just part of my personality. Some of us are just very blunt. Um, and I'm a very blunt person. I tell you how I feel, and if you piss me off, I'll tell you why you pissed me off, how you pissed me off. Should at you. I gotta do what I gotta do to get my anger out. That's what I gotta do. Thirdly, is how I express myself. If you think video games and streaming and all that, doing a podcast is being lazy, sitting at home, then that's on you. But for some of us, that's going to be our income once we start like doing it more and more. So those are the three things that I know not going to apologize for. For my identity, me being trans, I'm trans. Whether or not you accept it, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit because that's the new me ever since I got my top surgery last year. I feel happy. Obviously, I still have one more surgery left. I have to get a revision done for the top surgery. But overall, I feel like that my new true self, I'm happy with myself. I can be a guy, I can go swimming without it. Well, with a shirt temporarily until I'm fully healed. But once I'm healed, I can go swimming without a shirt. Obviously, I can work shirtless, things like that. I can work in boxers. I can be my true self, and I can be like my new body that I love. I felt empowered definitely after my family put me through all the shit that they put me through. Especially while I was at college and all before that. After that, I stood up for myself. My family did not like it because they're just like, oh, you're rude, you're selfish, you're this, you're that. And I'm just like, no, I'm standing up for myself. If you want to call me selfish, then look how my aunt and grandma there would go out of town spending money or ordering things that they didn't need all the time. That's doing it. And them getting stuck, I believe it was in Las Vegas or something. I did not go with them, by the way, you guys. I think I told my mom that they got stuck. My mom helped them get back to Georgia, but they waste money on unnecessary things. They're always buying groceries, and then there's food that we have in our fridge that they put in the fridge and they don't even eat. It goes bad for like weeks, and they won't call me selfish. I'm trying to save money, get my life together, things like that. But I will say, when it comes to my confidence building, like joining the support groups that I'm in, I've helped so much, you guys. It has helped so much. Like I'm able to tell, like I'm more confident in how I dress, and things like that. I'm more confident in like being able to be myself and walk around and get jobs and say, hey, I'm trans, things like that if they ask. Um, and make friends and things like that. I'm finding it easier because I can be myself. Also going to like LGBTQ events. I want to go to Pride this year. There are things that like I am more confident that I really am wanting to do. Cons, there's more cons I want to go like to and things like that. I'm just like more confident as a person, and I feel like that. And I definitely wouldn't apologize for resisting. I feel like me transitioning brought out so much new things about myself that I hid from myself that like it's coming out. And I feel like it's my coming out story is a lot more stronger because I can say that I came out to my mom. My mom knew. But at the end of the day, that I don't regret getting top surgery. I don't regret being in LGBT groups. I don't regret going on testosterone. I don't regret any of that because it made me who I am now. For the last few years as a child, I denied myself of having top surgery because I wasn't sure if I was trans. And now that I got it, I definitely feel like I am more of myself. and that I feel like my identity is where I wanted to be. I'm more confident. If someone's bothering me, I'm not going to let them just step over me. I'm going to tell them how I feel, whether or not it's shouting at you or being calm or being angry. It's my true self coming out. And I do feel like that has played a part in like my happiness because before I just wasn't happy. And now I'm just like, okay, yes, I can do the things I want to do. I can be the world's happiest person. I don't have to worry about people judging me and things like that. Yes, there are people who probably judge me on the internet, people who judge me in real life, being trans, but I don't let that stop me at all. But yeah, this is a lot, I know, but I want you guys to learn that be yourself. In the LGBT community, be yourself. Don't let people bring you down. Stand up for what you think is right. If your family's treating you wrong and you have to keep autocorrecting and say, hey, that's fine, but when you call me, I won't respond. You have a right to shut down. Be like, I need to walk away from this toxic family or friends, things like that, and find a new group that accepts you because you want to feel accepted. It's not just about getting surgeries and all that. It's about finding a community that fits you. Whether or not it's an LGBT community, like everyone's LGBTQ, even if you get some allies, allies are great. Allies will help because you can talk to them and be like, here's my struggle, and then they can like help you figure out like depending on like if you're a trans guy or trans woman, they can help you figure out clothing, things like that. It is things that will help you. I will say community definitely helped me. When I first started testosterone, I did Plum, and Plum is amazing. I'm not with Plum anymore, but Plum's amazing because they helped me so much. Finding my identity, helping me with like name change and things like that. Finding a community, support groups, they all helped me. They told me be yourself, like don't be afraid to be yourself. And I will say that has helped me because before I would hide my true identity. Like I would be like, oh, I hate myself, I hate myself. It was a constant thing. I look in the mirror and now it's like, oh, I'm ugly. Like, look at my boobs. I just don't want them. I want them all. Like, oh, I can't do the surgery. But after being in the groups for so long, then leaving Plum and finding other support groups, I found that I want to do the name change, the gender marker. There was an event where, it's free lawyers. I think they do it every year. They helped me with that. But also, they helped me with, the support groups helped me with figuring out if I want top surgery. And I asked them, who would you recommend? I'm in Georgia and things like that. And they're very supportive. I will say that's the biggest thing for me is the support because you want to feel supported. In support groups, there's no judgment. If someone does judge you, the, what is it? The head person will tell them, please, let's not say that. Let's be nice. But also there's trigger warnings. So like talking about surgeries and things like that, there's trigger warnings for a lot of things. But I feel like I'm at a place where once I get these surgeries, I will feel complete. Obviously, I'm gonna be on testosterone for the rest of my life. That's something you don't get off of because your body doesn't naturally produce it when you're trans. Same thing for estrogen. If you're going from male to female, your body doesn't naturally produce estrogen. So we're on this medication for like years, as long as we're alive. But at the end of the day, as long as we're happy, it doesn't matter. Because we want to make sure we're happy. We're in a place where we don't have to feel judged, where we can do things we want to do, go to LGBT events, not have to drag around our family members to those events. Because you might drag your family members to those events and they may be like, oh, I don't believe this. Like my grandmother doesn't believe in LGBTQ. But she's also older. So like sometimes there are battles you have to fight and there's battles you just have to leave alone. And I left that alone with my grandmother. My uncle, after I told him I live here, I don't have to wear a shirt if I don't want to, he stopped saying rude comments to me. So it's all about standing up for yourself. You want to empower yourself. Basically tell him, hey, this is not okay to tell me. You can't tell me how to live my life. You can't tell me that I don't need these surgeries. You can't tell me I'm not trans. Like you gotta empower yourself. Like be strong. But that's the advice I have for you. Be yourself, find support groups, find a community that fits your needs as a LGBTQ, whether you know you're trans and bi and all that stuff. Find a community that works. Plum is also a good outlet. I know they accept certain insurance, but they're a very good one to look into because they have support groups, I think, every week. They have ones, I think, for older people, trans guys, trans females, all those. They have support groups for all of you. But this has been Unfiltered Pride, Real Stories, Real Pride. See you next time.